First time in 40 years at a C2E2 panel in Chicago on April 12th. The reunion included Judd Nelson, Molly Ringwald, Sheedy, Emilio Estevez, and Anthony Michael Hall. "I feel very emotional and moved to have us all together," Ringwald said during the panel with her former co-stars. The cast of The Breakfast Club is back together, 40 years after that fateful detention day. Molly Ringwald, Sheedy, Judd Nelson, Anthony Michael Hall, and Emilio Estevez reunited on April 12th during a panel at C2E2, a pop culture convention in Chicago, to reminisce with fans over John Hughes' 1985 coming-of-age film. The panel was moderated by Josh Horowitz. "I feel very emotional and moved to have us all together," said Ringwald, who played the film's iconic high school princess Claire Standish. Ringwald, 57, also noted that the convention marked the first time Estevez, 62, has joined them, joking that, "We don't have to use the cardboard cutout anymore. I feel really moved that we're all together." All 5 stars of Breakfast Club reunite for first time in 40 years. "Very emotional and moved to have us all together." Emilio Estevez. Emilio Estevez at C2E2 on April 12th, 2025. James Coletta for C2E2/Read Pop. The Brat Pack. Where are they now? Addressing his past absence, Estevez, who played athlete Andrew Clark, explained, "I felt that I needed to do it for myself." The actor also explained that the reunion felt special, given the location of the convention, as the movie was famously shot at a high school in the Chicago suburbs. Elsewhere in the panel, Hall, 56, and Ringwald revealed whether they had to audition for their roles in the classic movie after having starred in Hughes' 16 Candles the year prior. "John just called up and said, 'I want you to come in.' He didn't have a script. He didn't give me a script," Hall, who played Brainiac Brian Johnson, said. The actor added that Hughes was just asking him questions such as, "What do you think about this? What do you think about that?" Ringwald, however, had a different experience with the legendary filmmaker. "Originally, he was going to do The Breakfast Club before he did 16 Candles," she said of Hughes. "And then he wrote 16 Candles and turned it into the studio and they said, 'Oh, we want to do that one first.'" She continued, "So they put The Breakfast Club on hold, and then, from my understanding, John Cusack was going to play Bender and Joan Cusack was going to play Allison. I don't know who was going to play the other parts. And then, after 16 Candles, he gave me the script." All 5 stars of Breakfast Club reunite for first time in 40 years. "Very emotional and moved to have us all together." Judd Nelson, Molly Ringwald, Sheedy. Judd Nelson, Molly Ringwald, and Sheedy at C2E2 on April 12th, 2025. James Coletta for C2E2/Read Pop. Molly Ringwald reunites with Judd Nelson, Sheedy, and Anthony Michael Hall 40 years after The Breakfast Club. It wasn't too long ago that part of the cast, including Ringwald, Sheedy, Nelson, and Hall, met up. In fact, they recently were featured in another panel discussion at MegaCon Orlando on February 7th. During that panel, Ringwald said the appeal of the movie for her was that she got to enjoy a different high school experience from her own. "Whenever I got to do a movie, I got to leave my school, and that was amazing," the actor said. However, the part didn't totally get her out of school. Ringwald and Hall attended classes on set, she said during the panel. "We'd go to a scene in the library and then study algebra with our studio teacher. But it was fun." Breakfast Club cast reuniting at MegaCon. The Breakfast Club cast reuniting at MegaCon in February 2025. Jen Juno hopped. Sheedy, who played Allison Reynolds, the basket case in the movie, reminisced on how close the cast became during the filming. "I was really happy when we were making this movie. We all really, I don't know if you can tell, but we all really do love each other. It was a dream," Sheedy said. "A joyful experience." Judd Nelson, Sheedy, Emilio Estevez, Molly Ringwald, Anthony Michael Hall in The Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club cast in 1985. Universal, Kobo, Shutterstock. Never miss a story. Sign up for People's free daily newsletter to stay up to date on the best of what People has to offer, from juicy celebrity news to compelling human interest stories. They all had their own ideas of where the future could have taken their characters following high school graduation too. "I think Bender is clearly the principal of the school," Nelson, 65, said, receiving laughter from the crowd when referencing his rebellious character, John Bender. I think Allison would have ended up being a writer, May.